Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Tanks Xbox Edition. I am NitePHX. So today I've put together a video. It's a compilation of my first 8 games in the Motherland tank. I did not buy the tank, I did go through the grind, got it last night and played my first 8 games today. So in the interest of not making this video an hour and a half long, we do speed up a lot of areas and just cut some completely out.
They found us.
So the Motherland tank, the Tier 8 premium tank that we all got by playing the ops. Its speed, it's okay. It's definitely got an underpowered engine. It will definitely bog down going uphill. Track and turret traverse seem to be acceptable. They move pretty quick. Accuracy, it's okay. It's not bad at all, really. I mean, you just saw me take a shot on that KV-85's turret. Or was it the IS-2? I don't even remember at this point already. We hit what we were looking at, we just didn't manage to penetrate. The gun on this should do average 183 penetration, 240 damage, I believe. The turret armor on that IS-2, at least the Chinese IS-2 anyway, is 100 millimeters, I believe. So I'm shooting 185 millimeter pen at 100 millimeter turret. First one bounced, that one did pierce. I expect that. Now that is the Russian premium IS-2. If the stats are that much different, I really don't know. I tried to find them. I didn't really come up with anything. So when you think of Russian tanks, what comes to my mind anyway is strong, durable, good armor, good gun, and on paper, this tank has pretty much all of that. In reality, in my first 8 games, I'm going to say, boy, how do I say that? I'm going to call bullshit. The front of the turret, 185 millimeters of armor. The front of the hull, 120 millimeters of armor. Now, I will say over the course of the 8 games, I did bounce some shots. But I very quickly came to the mindset that if somebody is shooting at you, you will take damage. So that was my first game. That was a lot of fun. All my guys sitting up there on the hill behind me, let these guys just do a drive-by and take me out of the game. That's typically a pretty good spot because a lot of people do sit up on that hill and nobody on the enemy team in their right mind would come at you with all those guys sitting up there. But they did, and they didn't pay anything for it. Alright, so we got a T-29 that we're trying to pick away a little bit here. The best we're going to get on him is his little dome cupola at the top of his tank. I do have 183 millimeters average penetration. Could go above that, could go below that. I typically don't have a lot of issues penetrating that spot, but as you can see, it bounced. I can be in Tier 7 vehicles with much less penetration than the 183 on here and typically penetrate that. Now, of course, I haven't had the opportunity to shoot at a T-29 since patch 3.0 came out, so who knows? A lot of things have changed that aren't documented anywhere. Alright, so here I think I'm side scraping. We'll pull out here in a moment. I think we'll actually see my position and the angle that I'm at. It looked pretty good, yet the T-29 still penned me. I do have 90 millimeters of armor on the sides of this. So again, 180 millimeters on the front of that turret. Now, it's always possible he was shooting premium ammo at me and I just didn't notice the color. I don't really know. So we do attempt a snapshot on that T-67. We were still moving, didn't let anything aim in, and it did go high and wide. So accuracy, you know, when it aims in, I don't have an issue with it. I suppose the snapshot perk or skill, whichever it is, would benefit this. Alright, so we are on Ruinberg War. It is 1 against 9. You tell me, who's going to win this one? I don't know, do I laugh, do I cry? We're 4.5 minutes into the game. I want to say if our team had just all spawned in a game and then all went to the bathroom and left, we would still have more than just me alive. Okay, granted, this is my second game in the tank. I'm being a little bit cautious, trying to get a feel for it. What can I bounce? What can't I bounce? Can I penetrate anything? What is the deal with this tank?
Ready to fire on target.
And I'm totally serious. I mean, if our team would have just sat there in the spawn and not moved, we'd still have more than one tank alive. So at this point we have a 0% win rate, 2 games, 2 losses. So I am showing you guys the game queue, the map, and then the tank list. Just for those who like to look at the queue and say, you know, there were 65 tier 8s in there, why is he in a tier 10 game? Not that I know anybody who would like to say that, but I can tell you, this tank in a tier 10 game, you might as well go into what I call Borsig mode. Find a bush at the back of the map and hide. Okay, yeah, that was a joke. I would never do that to my team. But I am certainly going to play much more cautiously. As I guess any tier 8 really would in a tier 10 game. So we're in my 3rd game now, and I'm already thinking, how am I going to penetrate an E100? I was thinking, okay, I'll just track him. Somebody had already tracked him. I took a shot at the lower plate. Yeah, he's at a good angle there. There's no way I was going to penetrate that, but there's another side shot. Again, it's angled. I don't have any help for penetrating that. You know, obviously I need to hit him. I need to be directly on his side or behind him, but he's in a position where there's no way I'm going to get over there. So an IS-3 has made it into what I consider a pretty strategic location. I'm seeing people more and more play that. You know, you spawn on the other side, and if you can actually get around the front of the town here and come up there, you can catch a lot of guys in the side over there.
One of our tanks.
That position certainly has a lot of risk for anybody who's still out in the field, but I guess we don't have anybody out there. Alright, game 3 is in the books, and another loss. We really didn't do anything to support our team. Maybe tied up a couple of tier 10s for a little bit, but that was it.
Ready to fire on target.
So here's what I'll consider a demonstration of the accuracy that this gun can get. Unfortunately, that T-54 disappears and we don't have another opportunity to shoot at him. Okay. Hull down Jagdpanzer E100. I had to take the shot. You never know. You know, I aimed for the gun, thought maybe I could damage his gun, make him use a repair kit or something. So, here I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I got nowhere to go. Most of our team went north here. I actually sat on our hill at our spawn for a little bit, tried to figure out, is anybody actually going to go into the town? Once I saw we did have some slow heavies going that way, I figured, okay, I'll go with them. I'll try and give them some support. Unfortunately, I was not able to do that. That IS-4 hit me and set me on fire. I mean, the best he could have seen was my tracks, right? So, of course, like any good tanker, I spend the $3 grand, put that fire out, and the Jagdpanzer shoots me in the butt and takes me out of the game. So the first 2 games, totally on me. They were tier 8 games. We lost. I did nothing. Last 2 games, tier 10 games. Again, on me, but matchmaker to a large extent. You know, I'm the guy who will see that we're not covering a flank and no, we have to cover this flank and go do it by myself. You know, it just doesn't work out well doing that. You know, lately I've gone and just, I've seen the open flank and just decided, you know, screw it, I'm not going to do this. And I'll go be part of the pack, knowing that we've already lost the game. Which I can never quite figure out. I mean, if we've got our entire team going one direction and we only meet half of their team, but yet we still all die. Or we give them a pretty good fight, and then the flank that we didn't cover ends up capping the flag. So we did manage to get ourselves into a pretty decent duel here on Dragon Ridge. One of our Motherlands decided he was going to push over the hill on these other guys, so we all went. Of course, we're not out of platoon, we're not really communicating with each other, so we're not focusing fire on any particular vehicle. If the three of us had picked one vehicle and taken him out of the game, then we'd only have 2 guns shooting at us. At this point, we still have 3 guns shooting at us. Make that 4. Already just took a shot at me. We do manage to come out on top here. We are down 6 tanks already. Make that 9. And we'll make it 10. I am the last one left. So we will just mosey on along until we find something to do, or they cap, time runs out, whatever happens. And of course a Tier 9 Conqueror shows up in my face. Not that he's the biggest thing I should be worrying about at the moment, as a Motherland who became spotted as soon as he fired shoots me in the butt. So are we having fun yet? So at this point, I don't know, do I attribute what's going on to me, to the tank, to the team? Matchmaking, here we are in another Tier 10 game. You see in this game there's a couple of shots, 183 millimeters of penetration that just don't do what they should have done. Namely penetrate the side of the tank. I don't really expect to penetrate the side of the turret of the ST-1. Now the IS-3, okay, I'm 519 meters away. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he disappeared just before my shell got there. I think I should have still got a ribbon or something out of that.
Target locked.
I mean, it certainly looked like it went exactly where he was sitting. Alright, KV-4, a little bit closer, not a lot closer. 39 into the side of him. And I think my position may be just a little bit too far forward for what I want to be doing here, because I get spotted way too much. Now that certainly looked like it should have been a track shot on that ST-1, but I got no indication whatsoever that it ever made contact with his vehicle. This one here, we will see that it does bounce, and that's fine. If your shot's going to bounce, let it bounce. But when you get those shots that just disappear, or shots like that where there's this extra pocket of gravity, it just pulls your shell down into the dirt. You don't have to pay all that much attention to what's going on in the game to really see how RNG affects this game. So he blew away the cover for the IS-3.
It's like we're shooting spitballs.
Yeah, it's another bounce. He's going to disappear here. That was not good enough for him. So, go figure, huh? I mean, really the impressive part there is that this shell didn't completely sail after he disappeared. That happens so often. Once the target disappears, the shell just decides to go wherever it wants to.
Reloaded.
Alright, this may be my greatest achievement in this tank so far. An auto-lock shot into the side of an IS-7 and I kill him for 189 damage. So I hope I haven't bored you too much. I will say if you stick around, the last game will be worth your while, I hope. So there's our first victory. 2 kills and 441 damage. So here's a queue. If you add up the 8, 9s, and 10s, there aren't enough to make a game. So I'm hoping, and I am, top tier, as well as a dozen other Motherland tanks.
No good.
Alright, so now we're in the town in the Siegfried line. Tried to take a pretty cheeky shot there. We did hit the tank anyway. Did bounce. Right now, I'm not exactly sure which way I should be trying to fight. This guy pretty much made up my mind. Now, why he chose to sit there and take shots from me, I don't know. I don't really have a place to go. I mean, I could go forward and get closer to him. I can't really back up. I know there's guys to my right. But I am penetrating him, and he's bouncing on me. And the occasional streaker, and just, surprise! It looks like now he's starting to think twice about sitting there. I don't know, maybe this is his first game and he read the stats on the tank and said, oh gosh, nobody's going to be able to penetrate me. So he does back up out of firing range here. Aim is all tied up right now. There's another Motherland, imagine that. No, that's the one I hit before, earlier. We do manage to put a shot into his side there. I don't think I got any hit points off him, but I did track him. I actually think I have that Black Prince track, though. I'm not exactly sure they're sitting side by side. Now I'm trying to figure... Okay, I just took damage from a Motherland. Where? Okay, that's right. There's another Motherland in here. There's your RNG as far as I'm concerned. That shell should have gone into his lower plate, and it's a curveball. Did a dive low and left. And this certainly is no 500 plus meters on these shots.
That's gotta hurt.
But, you know, I figure if I can't damage him, I'll take the track damage, assisted damage. You know, then all of a sudden, the anxiety of the moment passes and you look and you've got 282 hit points left. And you go, what the heck just happened here? Yeah, granted, I was sitting out in the open for anybody on either side of that building to shoot me. With really no place to go. I guess I could have moved forward and gone up into this area here on my left, but yeah, we didn't. Do get a bit of a snapshot on that Motherland there. It's about to go away. One more shot and he is out of the game. Only thing left now is enemy artillery and he gets taken out, so we now have 2 wins. Okay, Tier 8 is showing 43 in the queue. 11 9s, 22 10s, so what are we going to get here? We end up with a Tier 8 game. Very nice. Alright, and for those of you who have stuck with me so far, this is the 8th, the final game. And it is my best game in this tank so far. It is certainly a 180 from how I've been playing this thing so far. The right map, put yourself in the right place, and you have the right team. Anything's possible. Alright, so at this point we have managed to put 2 damaging shots into enemy Motherlands. Taking no damage ourselves yet. Now we have a Tier 6 heavy, an M6. All down? Is that his intent? No, but whatever his thought process is, as long as he wants to keep his turret visible to me, I'm going to keep shooting it. So, looking at the mini-map, we have a lot of enemies. They all seem to be bunched up in the northeast corner of the map. And, okay, yeah, we bounced off the M6 on the kill shot, right? Why not? Anyway, it looks like we are in the process of surrounding them, which is usually a pretty good thing for your team. The enemy starts turning their turrets, not knowing which guy to shoot in what direction, and as soon as he turns his turret to shoot somebody, somebody on the other side shoots him in the side of the turret. Works out wonderful. Alright, so we come up against the IS-3, and knowing this gun, or not really knowing it, just kind of thinking, where do I shoot this guy? And sure enough, right where I thought, we actually did pen. So it feels like we're in a pretty good position. We got a building on our left, we got a building on our front of us, we have a building behind us, and we really do have friendlies completely surrounding me. Not that that hasn't failed me before. So this must be the Motherland player who decides, well, somebody's got to do something, and it might as well be him, right? It's not going to work out so well for him. He did take out my gunner. We did put him right back in. You know, we're feeling a pretty good game coming on here, and we don't need a aim circle as large as my screen. So there's that IS-3 again. I'm trying to figure out what was he doing. Obviously he was pulling out to maybe get a shot, but did he forget I was there and put a shot into him before?
Unlocking target.
But you know, it's not for me to figure it out, it's for me to just put shells into their tank and take hit points away from them. No, I'm thinking a flanking maneuver here would benefit me and our team greatly. We do have another Motherland there. I wasn't really expecting him to be there, so it kind of concerned me that I might start taking shots from him. So I'm going to try and get shots in on these guys on my left and turn my turret back towards that Motherland down there in case he does decide to shoot me.
Got him.
And if you were paying attention, you saw that I just lost, what, about 300 hit points. The T-32 back there in the corner managed to get a shot on me. I swore he was on the other side of that building, but I guess at one point he was. He wasn't when he shot me.
Unlocking target.
There's another Motherland just sitting there nice and pretty
They
for me.
destroyed one of our tanks.
Think we got his attention?
Fire on target.
Oh, no, it's not gonna matter.
Another one down.
So the IS-3 is still sitting here hugging the building. Why not sneak one in between the dead tank and the building? It came out of the game. So the only thing left is that T-32 who put a shot on me just a minute ago. Of course, being the spiteful tanker that I am, I'd love to get over there and get a shot on him. Not going to happen. He's going to die before I get a chance to get over to him. 58 hit points later, and he is out of the game, and a victory.
Great job, men.
And it feels like a good victory. Very, very happy with that. Our team played well, which allowed me to play well. So, take a look at the post-game stats here. I mean, it is a premium vehicle, so we made 121,000 silver. There is a one of these bonuses here. Nope, that's XP. That's crew XP. What's the next one? Metal Mayhem? None. Okay, so none of them were silver bonuses. So 121,000 silver, 3,800 XP, 3 kills, 3787 damage. We blocked 500. Dumad's come in first place. We fired 18 shots, all 18 hit, and 17 of those actually penetrated. So, what's my opinion of the Motherland tank? 8 games really isn't enough to have an opinion. It is a capable tank. However, I don't think the paper numbers actually translate into the actual gameplay. Something just is not quite right there. Alrighty, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the condensed version of the Motherland. So if you did enjoy it, go ahead and click the like button. Comments, questions, anything else, leave them in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed to me, please do so. You will get notifications from YouTube when I post new videos. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.